Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, morning. Thank you, everybody. The Sports Talk with Felix and Kamau and Felix. And we are starting off another great show with some more fun and some more exciting topics. First thing we want to start with is a happy belated birthday to the co-host, Mr. Felix over there. He turned
Thank you.
a young sprite 21 again. We
Thank
want
you.
to thank him for making another trip around the sun. And I
Yes,
want to ask, why do you say something at the last show that, hey, we're going to have a nice celebration in the next one?
because my birthday wasn't until that Monday. So I figured, I ain't want to damper on nobody parade and then, just sit back and wait for it to come around.
Well, all right, happy belated birthday. Did you do anything fun and exciting?
Nah, man, I had to work. They ain't wouldn't even give me the day off. Ain't that something?
Oh,
They
that's
must
not
didn't know
fair.
who I was.
You
Crazy.
is, who you are, or who you was.
They didn't know all three. They didn't know who I is, who I are, or who I was. All three, right?
But we glad to see you made it through the day, made it through another year. And we thank you
Yes,
for
thank you.
joining me for almost a year now and all our
Hey,
exciting and crazy conversations that we have. And as always, we're going to have some more moving forward. For those of you
absolutely.
here, click like, click share, get on the phone, get on the internet, and send email, send a two-way, send a text. Let all your friends know that Felix and Kamau are back on there talking about sports and all kind of fun. We're going to wrap up the college football season. We're going to get to the NBA. We are going to talk about NFL, and we are going to talk about college basketball. And then we got a little bit of stupid sports news, and then we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to move forward and get ready for the next show. And in full disclosure, my birthday will be between here and the next show, and I will be
Okay.
hitting a milestone birthday. And we're not going to say how old, but let's just say I don't look like it unless you look at my hair. So,
Yeah, okay.
so let's just say uh, a couple celebrate this anniversary, and they do a lot of fun stuff. But if I was married that long, boy, I don't know if I would have two canes or be eating that soup out of a straw by then. So,
Uh,
all
well,
right. As always, make sure you get the book Gratefulness Journey every day, written by Mr. Marcus Holmes. On this young man on that side right there. And thank you for putting the show together for us and make sure everything is together and chastising us when we're not doing what we're supposed to do. But
all
that's
right.
that's behind the scenes stuff that needs to happen from time to time because that's just how it
Right.
is. All
That's
right,
it.
college bowl season is over. Georgia took down Alabama 33-18, and we both were wrong. I don't know. I know I was looking at my theory of games of won and lost in warm ups, and when I saw them in warm ups, they both looked like they were, they both had to look like they really wanted to win it. So I think
Right.
the advent of a few injuries and Georgia got rolling once they realized that Alabama did not have their A game. I think that the intrepidness that they had, like, can we really beat them, was gone after probably about that first being part of the third quarter when they start
Mhm.
pouring it on them, and
Right.
was a good game. I feel bad
Yeah.
for that receiver that hurt himself, but if you look at those kids' legs are so small. They're
Right.
fast, of course. You got the fast twitch muscles, but there's no muscle there. And that's the first thing I said when I saw this kid look like a grasshopper. You need to put some muscle on that boy. Not just
Grass.
not just him,
Right.
but most of those receivers on both sides. They're thin, and if you're going
Right.
to play on the next level, you're going to have to bulk up a little bit. But of course, when you're 18, 19, like they are, 18, 19, 20, you haven't quite gotten to your man weight and your man strength. So hopefully, this the receiver for Alabama, he'll quickly come on back and be
Yeah.
ready to play. But it was a good game. I was really happy to see that Georgia was able to win the game. I did predict Alabama because Uncle Nick has a way of winning games like that, but it wasn't meant to be. And Uncle Nick was
Yeah.
very classy in defeat and congratulating the Georgia Bulldogs and his former coach, Mr. Kirby Smart. And also he said some nice words about his players and basically don't be talking about my players. We lost together as a team, And did you see that press part of the press conference at the end where he said, "Hold on, guys, stay right here." And he said the nice little words for the young man. So that was very, very classy of him. But college football season is over,
Would have
and
been better if he would have won.
it would have been better. Alabama would have won.
Yeah, it would have been better if he would have won. Then the speech would have been even more meaningful. Man, I don't want to hear that, man. Like, get out of here, man. Like,
I agree.
I agree. Send my money back. How about that?
You
Give me some
play to win
season
the
tickets
game
for next year. How about that?
Getting season tickets for Alabama football is probably one of the toughest tickets in the world to get. And not that much I can tell you that because I know people down there.
Here's one: stop shooting Aflac commercials with Deion Sanders and concentrate on winning national championships. How about that?
Just put some money in both their pockets, in Jackson
blue,
State's pockets.
With the blue blazers on. How about
that?
Yeah,
the blue blazers.
Gold chain with the Aflac duck. How about that?
When I saw that, when I cracked up, when I saw that. We want to thank Ms. Renee Jackson for joining us, Mr. Adam Khan for coming out this morning. Thank you for coming to Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix as we are wrapping up our college football year in review. The only thing we have left to talk about in college football is Harbaugh. We put up a poll earlier saying that will Harbaugh stay or will he go to the NFL? Right now, we're looking at about 2/3 people saying he's going to stay, about 1/3 saying he's going to go to the NFL. I still think he's going to be at the University of Michigan in the fall. I think that, and I'll believe it. Like I said, we and Felix exchanged a few texts. He said that Harbaugh was leaving. I said, I believe it when I see the press conference. I still think that he's going to be there, and he's going to be there. He just hired another coach, and I don't see. I think in the best interest of Michigan, he probably needs to stay for the University of Michigan because at the end of the day, who are they going to get to come and do what they want to do? Nobody.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at this point. Get you an interim coach. Name one of them clowns that's on the staff. Put them the interim coach. Doesn't matter. You're not returning to national prominence. You're not whoever. Jalen Rose, anybody. I don't care. Just leave. Your tenure is over, man. Leave. Do you really think you're about to turn to national prominence? Because you finally slayed, like you think y'all slayed the dragon in Ohio State. Please, just go, man. Go on to the Raiders. Stop holding everybody up. Bye, leave.
The funny part is, every time I read something, it's always Harbaugh saying, I'm interested. Not the team saying, I'm interested. He's floating that he's interested to come to the NFL. To me, I've always said that was just a ploy for him to say, hey, yes, I'm interested, but I really want this big contract over here. So if y'all throw me this big contract, I'll be even happier. He wants to stay. He wants to stay at Michigan, make that Mel Tucker money, and go ahead and get 10 years, $100 million, which makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
It's like, look, I said this in a prior show. It's like David Ruffin told Eddie Kendrick, you better leave before you get fired. Leave. Leave. You're not beating Ohio State next year. You're not beating Michigan State next year. Leave.
No, I don't see that happening. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying I don't see it happening. You never know once you play the game.
You're going down to Columbus. Yeah, you're going down to Columbus next year. Yeah. Leave, man. Just go and leave, man. Look, it didn't work out. I thought it was going to work out. It didn't work out. You're going on year 8. And in year 8, you finally beat Ohio State. And you finally won a Big Ten championship. Man, leave, man. Go and leave, man. If you leave now, it won't leave a bad taste in your mouth if you leave now. If you wait and get fired, then it's gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth because you got fired.
You know what they say? It's always strike when iron's hot. Right now, his iron is hot, so it's probably best that he leaves now. It would be in his best if he's going to leave now. Will he leave right now? I don't think that's going to happen. Adam Khan said that the turning point in the Georgia-Bama game was a terrible call. I do remember that was a call. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I do agree that was one of the turning points. The kid getting injured was one turning point, and there was a call. I remember that was a little bit wayward. All right, we need to move forward to NBA right now. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Nets, Bulls, Heats, Bucks, Cavaliers, and 76ers. The Cavaliers have moved up a good spot. The Bulls and the Nets are and the Heat are 1, 2, and 3. They've been kind of shifting around, but the Nets have still been there. And the 76ers are playing a little bit to their potential. In my opinion, it should be Nets 76ers, then everybody else. But I know that they are still trying to trade Mr. Simmons. Is that really going to happen? The GM for 76ers said that they have a trade that they would actually accept from Sacramento, which is something that you rarely hear public until it's actually happened and they discussed it. But I still don't see him going anywhere, honestly. I watched the interview with Shaq and Isaiah. And Isaiah said, "You got him in your building. You need to just go ahead and recruit him." And when you got him now, once he actually showed back up, which he has, he may not be a part of the everyday happenings, but he's still a part of the fold. They still need to be going every day over there and making overtures to him to make it right. They're choosing Joel. Say again?
But do you really want that person on your team right now? I mean, okay, it's a 15-man roster. With the 14 people that you got to play with, nobody's speaking on your behalf, including Coach Glenn Doc Rivers. Nobody is saying, he's going through a tough time. Put your prayers out for Bill Simmons. Joel Embiid said, we straight with what we got right now. Tyrone Maxey is like, we good. So do you really want to go play? I wouldn't want to go play with him right now. Think about it. You going up and down the court. It's a 3-on-2 break. Tyrone Maxey is leading the fast break. You on the left wing, Joel Embiid on the right wing. Who do you think he's going to?
I'm going Joel.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Look at the scenario. Okay, 3-on-2 break and fast break again. It's Tyrone Maxey pushing the ball. It's Ben Simmons on the left, and it's Danny Green on the right. Who do you think he's going to do? Danny Green. They're never going to give him the ball. Right, they're never going to give him the ball. So do you really want to be in that situation? As a player, I wouldn't want to. I can't call them teammates. When they go out for dinner, do you think when they go out to dinner, do you think that's what they're about to do? You think they're gonna say, let's go get beer and go out to dinner? No. That's what I kind of understand his stance, but it's kind of hard because he put in it. He like between a rock and a hard place. So if it was me, like he said, he willing to sit out the whole year. So obviously he financially stable. Obviously he ain't worried about money. So it's like my man said in Me, Myself, and Irene. You want to play hardball? I'm game. There it is.
Well, I still think the situation is salvageable. Will it be salvaged? Probably not. And the biggest issue is will they get back anything in return that's feasible in the 76ers' eyes? That's probably why the biggest reason why they're not going to trade him for who he is as a top 30 player. They're not going to get the value back for him in return.
I can't even say a top 30 player because we ain't seen him play. We can't put a number by him now because we haven't seen him play. We can say he's an honorable mention. We can't say he's a top 30 player.
As of last season.
No, we can't say as of last year because we haven't seen him play. This is January 2022.
No. At the end of last season.
At the end of last season. When the last time you've been on the court?
I agree with you. Since June. I agree with you 100%. At the end of the 2019, whatever it is, the 2021 season, when they finished in June, when they lost in the playoffs, he was considered a top 30 player. Right now,
top who?
30.
So what is he considered now?
Inactive. The point is they want to. I agree with you, but the point is, what value are they going to get for him, seeing that he has not showed his wares since June? That's the only thing
you're going to get right now. You're just going to get a 6'8" point guard. That's all you can go by, and stature. You can't go by physicality. You don't know this. He could have tore. He could be on a ham. We don't know because we're not around him. That's what I'm saying. He could be nursing a hamstring right now. He could have a bad ankle. We don't know. His knees could. The more you sit, the worse, the tougher it's hard to get back on the court. We don't know if he's working out every day. He probably not. I'm sure he's not. Because he's not, he like, I ain't about to play, so what's the point of me working out? You think he weightlifting? You think he watching what he eating? No.
I would hope that he would stay professional, even though he's not playing right now. You would hope. You would hope.
Why would he?
But at the end of the day, you know what they say about hope. You got hope in one hand, you got poop in the other. Which one you really got? So I agree with
Man,
that.
who say that?
You never heard that saying before?
I ain't never heard that.
I paraphrase it definitely. But you know,
oh,
you got
of course you pair right. Of course you
because I can't say it the way I want it, you know, the way to say it.
I
forgot. We on the live stream. So
right.
you got more hope in that poop in your hand than you got in the hope, which is not nothing at all. Thank you, Charles Crownhammer, for joining us. Brenda Landry, Karen, Yvette Davis for joining us this morning as we're talking about NBA. The Eastern Conference right now, we're going to move to the Western Conference. And we have the Suns, Warriors, Grizzlies, Jazz, Mavericks, and Nuggets with the Lakers in 7th spot. And we're going to get to that, the Lakers a little later. I'm going to probably throw them in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the stupid sports, because they do stupid stuff. They've been doing stupid stuff all year since last year. The Suns and the Warriors, the Laker fakers, yeah. The Suns and the Warriors, going back and forth. The Suns have been holding serve. I had to admit that I was wrong. I thought that the Suns would have taken a dip this year because I thought they were one and done at the last season. But those boys over there, you can see the determination on their face on a nightly basis out there in the court that they want to get back to the championship and they want to prove that they were the team that they should have been. You're looking at the Grizzlies, Jazz, Mavericks, Nuggets in that group. The team that has surprised me the most is easily the Grizzlies. You got Ja Morant over there, just tearing up. He's snatching blocks off the top of the backboard. Last time I saw something like that was like the Globetrotters messing around at in the Globetrotter game. But that boy out there serious, and he's making.
It's a surprise team to me.
What's that?
It's the Warriors. Because I thought when Clay came back, everything was just going to fall into place. You just lost to the Pacers at home the other night. Man, get out of here. That's why you know what? That's why it makes me laugh as a sports, whatever you want to call me, whatever, sports broadcaster or trying to be broadcast, whatever you want to call me, whatever
prognosticator.
What amazes me is, when Clay come back, just everybody just move out the way. What? You lost to the Pacers at home. They like 16-27 or some crap like that. I was like, really? I actually watched that game. My man, I'm like, I'm good. Oh, well, wait till Draymond come back. Really? Like that's the excuse now. Man, get out of here. I ain't going nowhere.
I think that the Warriors are relevant.
Don't play no defense.
The Warriors are relevant.
For the last and 30th time, your point guard don't play no defense.
He hasn't played defense since he walked in the league.
Huh?
He hasn't played defense since he came in the league.
Okay, so now you're seeing it's going to start to hurt him. Like I told everybody, he don't play no defense.
No, but
do we even know what defense is?
You got to remember, just like everybody else, no matter what the league, the team that's the best, everybody's going to gear up to beat that team. So everybody has done that.
The best.
No, when they were the best. No, when they were the best. So everybody has geared up to beat them. So now that they've had their run is because everybody else is geared up to beat them and beat them at their game. So now that in my opinion, the Warriors' run is done, and they're done. Their run has been done 3-4 years ago when they won that last championship.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Now, but they're going to be relevant.
Was they run done when KD left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, we getting somewhere. Okay,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So if so if KD was there right now, there'll still be the Warriors of old.
There'll be a better Warriors. I don't know. I can't say a better Warriors of old because age and injury and everything like that. But they would definitely be a much better team than what they are now. You can't say Warriors of old.
When KD was there, they went 72 and something. 72-9, so they beat the Bulls.
That was the year before.
How many rings KD got with them? 2, right?
Yeah. But
So he
the
was
year that
part
they
of that.
went,
He was part when they took the record down, right?
no, that was the year before that, because that was the year that Cleveland beat them, and that's when it got KD when they broke the Bulls record. That was the year before he got there, because that's when Draymond called KD crying after after the Bulls after Cleveland beat him.
That same person that called KD crying is the same person that ran KD out of there.
Yeah, yes.
You see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
See how turn of events.
Yeah,
right.
I agree. I agree. But I'm glad to see that the Grizzlies are doing well. They're doing very, very well, and that team is coming together. And Ja Morant is willing to be what he's the will of Ja. And I don't know if Ja is really 100% on his birth certificate, but I like that kid. They need to start making commercials for him.
Really?
It's time to start making commercials. They need some national commercials. Ja Morant need them national commercials now.
Now you got to lead. You got to lead. You got to lead. You got to lead there and get to a bigger market. Vancouver, big.
No, he's Memphis, Vancouver. If anything, I would get him out of Memphis just so that nobody's trying to stick him up. Because
This is why. What MC Hammer say? This is why we pray. See?
That boy needs security 24/7 if he's gonna be in Memphis.
Absolutely.
That's just the reality of it all. That's just the reality.
Absolutely.
All-Star game is February 20th in Cleveland. Are they stuffing those ballot boxes for LeBron so he can be the leader again?
No, I think they just. I think they feel sorry for him right now because AD's out. Russ didn't pan out like they thought. Frank Vogel is trash. I'm sorry, not Vogel. Vogel is trash. Carmelo is Carmelo, and I think the NBA feels sorry for him. I really do. But once again, in a prior show, you created it.
Yeah, he created that monster. He definitely created that monster. That's how it goes.
Want to trade everybody. Now you want to trade everybody. So then if you trade everybody, you're really not going to the playoffs.
Nope. Same thing he did when he first got there, and he got rid of Kuzma, and Kuzma up in Washington lighting it up. But you just got to be a little bit more patient with that young man. Thank you, Charles Green, for joining us today. Don't forget to click like, click share, and go get the book. Go get the book. Go get the book. Go get the book. Gratefulness every day. Gratefulness journey every day. Excuse me, by Mr. Marcus Holmes, the proprietor, the Wiz behind Oz. This young man right here. Go on where you get it. You say go on Amazon, and you can get it for a fair price, and get it on Amazon price. Amazon, I'll get it on Amazon and have that at your door within the next couple of days. If you have the special Amazon, I think you might be able to get it today. If you order early enough, they have it for you in the afternoon. All righty. Of course, we got to mention our Pistons, who are 11-34. Now and they are 4-2 over their last 6 games. Because the last time we talked about them, they were 7-32. And Mr. K is lighting it up. He's been lighting it up. He's been averaging some good numbers over these last few games. Last night he had 25. I do that just to mess with you. You know that, right?
I haven't said a word. I ain't said a word.
You know I just do that to mess with you. I do that just to mess with you.
I haven't said a word. It's K Cunningham time. I haven't said a word. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I haven't said a word.
So the Pistons are not in last place anymore. They're 11-34. All right, last night we had a couple of good games. Curry hit the walk-off 3 over Houston for them to win, 105-103. And Milwaukee served notice on the Bulls. Milwaukee is taking their time after the winning championship to walk themselves back into a position to be ready for the playoffs. So I think they're taking their time doing that. And so we're not going to fret too much about Milwaukee. It's always seemed like when it's time, the boys be ready to play. I like the big 3 that they have there. Mr. Giannis, I'm never going to try and attempt his name because I don't want to mess it up. And they got J-Rue the Damager and other kid that came from the Pistons, whose hairline is worse than mine, much younger. I can't remember his name. But you know what I'm talking about. What's the guy? 22. Play for Milwaukee. Play number 22.
The guard, yeah. What's his name? Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton came from the Pistons. Pistons gave him away for a piece of toast, but you know that's another story
Jack
for
and
another
the
day.
Magic Beans.
yes, Jack and the Magic Beans, and the boy is a baller. He's over there and he runs that team but they smart enough to get the ball to Giannis and get out of the way.
Yeah,
No. That's what they do. So they're smart enough to make that happen. All right, let's move to the NFL. We are moving on to the NFL, and we want to start first with the Dallas debacle. They played a. Well, I was.
The Wonder Twins. I told you, man. I told you they the Wonder Twins. I said, you know what? I'm sitting at home, and I said, everybody was like, what's gonna be the upset, Phil? I said, the 49ers gonna beat the Dallas Cowboys. Watch. No, man, you wrong. I had to work last Sunday, so I couldn't really see the game. I went in with the Jerry Rice jersey on, with the San Francisco 49ers jacket over it. Everybody, man, you dumb, man. I said, okay, watch. Time to get off. We got off at 11 o'clock. I ain't hear nothing. I said, why y'all so quiet? I ain't hear all that when I came in. Why you so quiet? Told you. I told you, man. The problem is, long as Jerry can control the coach, they're never going nowhere. That's why Bill Parcells got out. That's why Jason got out. How can you do your job? You pacing the salary. You my offensive coordinator. I'm pacing the salary. You like, Phil, what we gonna do? I'm like, don't worry about it. You know, we've been in this position before. You like, turn around. I'm like, for what? Jerry Jones behind. I'm like, man, if you don't go back upstairs, you can't win like that. You can't win like that. Well, what's going on, Phil? Man, if you don't get away from me, don't you see I'm doing my job? And nobody won't talk to him like that. And that's why they're gonna continue to have these debacles like that. I mean, I feel bad for Zach because he put it on. And if you look at that last drive, he was like, okay. Remember, he completed the pass to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb went out of bounds. He came up limping. Then he was like, man, wait a minute. I ain't about to stay out here. Then y'all be like, y'all going to blame it on me. It was a good move that did call the draw. But in the heat of the moment, he wasn't thinking. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make a play. It was what it was. But as long as Jerry Jones got pulled like that, they're never going to go nowhere.
I would say that the play was not a great play. The execution of it was even worse. When you have to slide, and you got to know what a clock is. The minute he took off, once he got past the linebackers, you can't get to the third level. You can get to the second level and slide. And you also need to know the rule that you got to get a ball to the referee and not to your center. And then you can't blame the referees for the fact that you didn't know what was supposed to happen. This is me. I'm driving down the road. I'm Ubering because I'm like, I'm gonna make some of this Dallas money, this Uber money from Dallas, and I'm watching the game on my phone. And as soon as he ran through the middle of the field, I said, this game is over. As soon as he ran, as soon as he took off, I thought, this game is over. And he tried to put the ball down, and then he gonna in the press conference say that he was glad that they threw the trash at the referees. How can you say that? You're the Walter Payton nominee for the team. You can't say stuff like that. That's
because he was caught in emotions. We didn't all been in that situation. We didn't all been in that situation where we didn't say things that we didn't really mean to say.
But then you wait 3 days.
You're a veteran, right? You're a veteran, and you're the face of that franchise.
If you say it, quickly come back with that apology. You don't wait 3 days. I get that you're mad and everything.
He had to wait 3 days because he had to knock off what he said. So whoever wrote what he said to apologize, they had to sit down and talk about it like me and you talking about it. If he would think about it, if he would have came back 3 hours and said an apology, would people would have believed it? No, he just saying that because it's 3 hours after the game. But after I got time to think about and think about what I'm gonna say, and whoever gonna write this and make it right, same thing. He was off of emotions. I mean, I get it. You the favorite. You 12-4. But what's his name? Ryan Clark said on First Take. if you would have took care of business and beat the teams you're supposed to beat, you wouldn't even play the 49ers. You would have been playing the Eagles.
Yeah.
And you would still been playing. But then who's to say they would have beat the Eagles? See?
Yeah, because when you beat a team 51 to what 13 or something like that, 51-30, that team is coming for you. They're not gonna let you come back and put up another 50 spot on you. You know, you got this one, but we coming back for you this next one. So it happened the way it was supposed to happen. San Francisco plays Green Bay at 7:15 tonight, which I think is a travesty to play a game so late, not for the teams but for the fans. You talking about Green Bay, Wisconsin at old dark 30 and negative degrees at night. To me, that's a travesty. Of course, because it's so cold to play that game. Like if you play it in the daytime, it's gonna be cold. But once you play it at night, it's so much cold. To me, that's wrong. They should have played that game a little bit earlier. The guys on the field gonna be okay because they got the heaters, but the fans in an open stadium and it's -5 degrees out there. To me, that's not right.
So, as a customer, I'm sure you've been residing in Green Bay, so you kind of know the weather, right? Like in Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I don't get your theory. I don't get your logic.
My logic is that's not right. They know they know it's going to be extra. They can easily make that an earlier game. I know they want to make that a premier game today. Saturday, Tennessee is at 3:30. That's going to be a one rock'em sock'em football game right there.
Okay, so
San Francisco and Green Bay.
The game come on at 8:15, correct?
Yeah, 8:15 your time. Yeah, 7:15 mine.
Okay, so what time does the game come on? Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football starts at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
What's your point?
The point is, it's the playoffs. You can schedule those games as best. They flex games all year round. Why not flex this game to be a different time?
Because it's a night game.
Make Tennessee the night game. It ain't that cold in Tennessee.
Look here, man. This ain't Burger King, man. You can't have it your way, man.
The NFL can.
But you're a $1 million man. You're a $40 million man with a heater on the side. At the end of the day, that's what you get paid to do. And I get paid to come see
I'm not talking about the teams. I'm talking about the fans. I'm looking at it from a fan's perspective. If I'm a player, I want to play anytime they put it on the clock. Anytime they start the clock, we going.
Right. So my point is, because it's frigid below temperatures, either A, dress warm, or B, stay home and watch it on TV like the rest of us.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be mad, but I'm gonna be there. If I can get tickets to that game, I'd have been there.
So what was the point of the argument, man?
The argument is that's not right. For the most part, knowing how cold it is to play that game so late in Green Bay.
That's the same thing as Monday Night Football, sir. You just said Monday Night Football is 8:15, 8:30. This game is 8:15, 8:30.
I can't say they hardly play a late season game in Green Bay. Hardly ever. They play them early in the season. Yes.
No, because Detroit played. Detroit went there and played one night, Monday Night Football at 8:15 at night, and it was cold. That's when we still had DeAndre Levy. He was out there in the pre-games running with no shirt on. So I'm not getting I don't get your logic, sir.
That's my point.
We're going to table that and come back another time?
We're not going to table it. That's still my point. But me as a super fan, I'm going to be there. I'm going to go get my warmers to put in my gloves, put in my hat.
Let's get you some hot chocolate in, man.
I'm going to be okay. But I think as a fan, that's not right. All right. Moving forward, Rams in Tampa Bay, Buffalo and Kansas City. In Kansas City, you got
Kansas City would beat Buffalo. Okay, Kansas City would beat Buffalo. Man, as funny as it to say, I think Matt gets over the hump. I think they beat them. I really do. I think Tom stay home.
Here's why I agree with you on the Rams. Not because Matt Stafford's going to play so well, but because Tom don't have his weapons. Like his only one real weapon is he got 13. other receiver there like he's used to. I think that's going to catch up to him in this game. Because you got one defense and so I think that's going to be the downfall. I think Buffalo's going to go into Kansas City and beat them. I do. I think Buffalo right now is. I think Buffalo and Kansas City are the two hot teams right now in the NFL. Definitely think both peaking at the right time, but I like Buffalo a little bit better in this game. I'm a huge fan of Kansas. I like as a team. I like Kansas City better, but in practicality of where they are in their seasons, I think Buffalo's a little bit tougher right now. I think I like to see. I think I'm gonna go with Buffalo in this game right now.
So who are you taking with Tennessee and Cincinnati?
Whew.
Yeah, let me help you out. Alabama.
Oh.
Alabama can't fold me twice. I'm going with Derrick Henry now. That's what I'm going with.
I picked Tennessee.
Gonna let me down twice.
I did pick Tennessee to win, but I'm actually gonna be. I picked Tennessee to win, but I'm cheering for Cincinnati. Tennessee's probably gonna win the game, but I'm cheering for Cincinnati because I always like to see the underdog. Even though I know at the end of the day, Tennessee will win that game. Tennessee is a better team right now than Cincinnati, but
First he said he gonna go for the underdog. Then he's saying it's not fair for you to sit in below frigid weather. Are you tired? You want to take a nap?
You have an opposing
need some peanut butter.
If we agree on the show, we wouldn't even have a show. That wouldn't be right. So we got to have a balloon.
That's what made it. Sometimes you got to come on, man. You got to at least come over to the dark side sometime, man. You can't always turn the switch on and flick the light on. Come on the dark side sometime. If
I came to the dark side, I would believe that John Harbaugh was going to be coaching for the Raiders, and I don't believe that no time soon. John Harbaugh going to buy a ticket like the rest of us and go watch it. Well, he can get in for free. He get in for free.
You want me to call him so he can tell you he going? You want me to call him so he can tell you he going? He going. All right.
Let's put a free wage on it. How about 6-pack of Burners? If I say Harbaugh stay, you say Harbaugh stay.
Okay. That's a friendly bet. Now, y'all heard this loving stuff, community. I want my Burners sugar-free, too. And I would like it in the white cans. I don't want it in that green can. I need the white cans.
The white cans. I could do that. I could do that. Thank you, Mr. Jeremy Haynes, for showing up this morning. Thank you for Mr. Charles Green. I missed your name before. Thank you for coming out. We are wrapping up our NFL segment on Sports Talk with Kamau and Felix. Don't forget to go out and get the book, Gratefulness Journey Every Day, written by Mr. Marcus Holmes. Click like, click share. We got about 15 minutes left in the show. Please get on the phones, get on the internet, text people, call them up, tell them come check us out. We are moving into our basketball segment, our college basketball segment, and we have a top 10 of Gonzaga, Auburn, Arizona, Purdue, Baylor, Kansas, CLA, and Houston. And I am not surprised about Gonzaga in first. I am surprised Auburn. They are. We're going to talk about Arizona a little bit more in depth soon. Purdue, probably someone once they get to the new Monday because they've lost a few more games. Baylor is at 5, the 5th place. They took a couple shots on the chin. Duke is in 6, playing like Duke normally does. Kansas, a mainstay, blue blood, they're supposed to be. Wisconsin lost last night to Indiana, so they probably won't be in the 8th spot coming up on Monday.
Last night to Michigan State.
No. Okay.
Wisconsin lost last night to Michigan State.
Okay. Now, who did Indiana beat? They beat Purdue. That's who they was. Purdue lost to Indiana. And the guy with the big beard, the big goatee, is the coach over there. He was with the Knicks. I was trying to remember his name. I always called him the big goatee guy. He's at Indiana now. Okay. And UCLA, who has after beating Michigan State last year in the tournament, has found their stride and are still in the 9th spot. And Houston maybe not be the 5 slammer jammer Houston team, but they are in the 10 spot for in the poll. So, question of the day is, who is Tommy Lloyd?
The coach for Arizona.
Coach for Arizona. But my question is, where did he come from? I know he was an assistant for Gonzaga, but when you see that guy, I look at him, I just crack up like, how did this guy get the way? Was he a former player? I know he's a long-time assistant, but when you see the guy, he looked like the Stay Puft Man and Ghostbusters. But he is doing a great job. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job down there. And here's why. I'm making a joke about it, but here's the truth. He's doing a great job. I can't say he turned the program around. I would say he's righted the ship. Arizona always has had talent. Go back to Luke Olson, and the guy who was there before him. They got caught up in the scandal. Arizona has always Sean. I forget Sean. Sean came from Xavier. Sean Miller. Mr. Babyface Supreme. Never had a piece of hair on his face, even when I met him at Xavier. He has righted the ship because it wasn't like he came in there and the cupboard was bare. They had talent in Arizona. He came in, took the time they had, brought in a few more players as always, and they are back where they are used to be playing in the Pac-10. And you got UCLA from the Pac-10 as well, doing well. And let's see, I think that's it from the Pac-10 in terms of teams. I'm just really excited to see them back to where they used to be. Normally when you see stuff like that happen to Sean, somebody didn't like him. He rubbed somebody the wrong way, and somebody said, "We gonna get this guy," because that was a hit job. That was a Mafia Supreme hit job for a playing setup to get him out of there. I don't know what happened exactly that he didn't like somebody. But when you
dealing with 17, 18-year-old kids.
Yeah,
You're dealing with 17, 18-year-old kids, and it's money changing. I mean, allegedly money change hands. I mean, it's like the movie Blue Chips. Mm-hmm. If y'all paying Kamau $40,000 to come, and I'm a highly talented recruit, better than Jamal, I want $80,000. I like it in a nice gym bag and get my daddy a tractor.
Right. That's right.
And I don't want to go to class in the morning. I want to go to class in the afternoon, and I like to have my own dorm room and a nice car to drive around campus. Okay, is that it? Yeah. I mean, that's the way of college basketball right now. Why do you think there's so many one and dones?
Well, now it's to the point now where it's technically legal with the NIL. You can keep hearing the whispers of the culture saying, "We need to get this under control. We need to get this under control." Basically, when I hear them say they're saying we're not in control of it, so we can't control them like we did in the past. So we get control of this NIL system. We can still have they can make their money. We don't care because we're making money too, but we want to still have control over that athlete. Is what it sounds like is what I'm hearing them say. I want to hear them talk about the getting control over the NIL. You hear Nick Saban talk about that a lot. You hear a lot of the college basketball coaches talking about it. They're basically just trying to go at the end of the control. You can control that athlete. You can get them to do what you want to do. You
gotta look at it like this. Yeah. Most of your college university top 10 teams seems like Duke, teams like Michigan State, teams like Connecticut, teams like the big boys. You go and recruit these kids out of poverty situations. Mm-hmm. These cats most of these kids don't even know, they ain't never been outside their neighborhood. So here it is, you see it somewhere like Durham, North Carolina, where it's actually grass. They don't have to worry about walking past 3-4 gang territories to go to high school. Then on top of that, you're getting all the Nike apparel. You're getting whatever. I mean, you're getting blessed like you're a king. You got girls around, all that. So it's just, I can remember a story when I was in college. Cherokee Parks played for Duke. Mm-hmm. The guy who stayed across the hall from me, his friend went to Duke. He said Cherokee Parks came through the dorm with just some plain white T-shirts and were selling them for $20. And then kids were going crazy buying them because it was Cherokee Parks. They weren't buying them because it was the T-shirts. It's just, I mean.
Yep.
So, I mean, if I had got fortunate to play Division I basketball at Kansas, and some man came and gave me a $10,000 envelope, what? I'm not saying nothing. I don't even know him. I know where this money about to go. I'm on my way downtown to go to Foot Locker, Champs, Foot Action. I'm just being honest. That's what you do. You, like he said in the New Edition movie, you found some kids with some talent, and now you don't know how to control them. It's in the NCAA.
Yeah, but you got to remember back when Cherokee Parks played, that was still under the thumb of them saying, no, you can't work, no, you can't do whatever. So they found creative ways to make a little money. You have to find creative ways.
Okay, I take it even further back than that. When the dude made the T-shirts, Notre Dame versus the University of Miami, convicts versus Catholics. Look how much money he made by selling them T-shirts. You got to do what you got to do to put food on your table.
Hold on, Bosworth would sell his own T-shirts. He would have people outside selling those T-shirts at the games. So yeah, they had to find creative ways to make a little bit of money. Even though Oklahoma was taking care of him very nicely, and they talk about it very openly. And it's only recently that Eric Dickerson just talked about what he.
You heard what Jalen Rose said? What Jalen Rose said when they used to go, when they was at Michigan, and they would go to Taco Bell, and they would get extra tacos just because they recognized they was the Fab Five.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell? I mean, okay. Here's
so
the famous.
You spend money on one taco. You spend one money on taco, but you get 7.
20, and you get 20, right? Look at famous James when he was at Florida State. Walked in and walked out with the crabs.
With the crab legs, yep. And so, of course, somebody saw it, and now it's an issue.
Right, somebody saw it and blew it way out of proportion. Okay, what about the Foot Locker scandal with the Florida State football team when they won the national championship? And nobody said they seen Charlie Ward. You don't think Charlie Ward got some stuff?
Yep. It's like everywhere. You know, look at Ohio State when they were selling memorabilia, but they had to find ways to make money.
The thing with that story was they were just some idiots.
They was too loud with it. They was too loud with it.
Terrell Pryor was the ringleader. They was just idiots. So I mean,
they were really loud with that.
Yeah.
So you can't be so loud. All right, everybody. Right. We are moving through the home stretch. We're gonna move into stupid sports news, and of course, Ben Simmons is still not playing. Let's really quickly touch on the Lakers. I think it's really stupid that they're talking about firing Frank Vogel. Here's why I say that. You brought in a coach who was not up to the caliber of a coach that they needed to be for that championship team to begin with. Then he's not the GM. He's not bringing in the players that they're forcing him to coach with. Now you're forcing him to coach a team of people that, one, he's not qualified to coach, and two, he didn't bring him in. So who's going to be the fall guy? Not LeBron, not Jeannie Buss, not the GM. Let's blame this on Frank. I think they should have brought in a top level coach to begin with, and no matter what your players are, you're gonna have somebody that can handle them at all times. So,
okay,
is that stupid to me? Yes.
No. Okay. This is the part where I really like. Okay, so you say top level coach, right? So he's not a top level coach, correct? Frank
Vogel is a good defensive coach. Is he known as a top level coach in NBA circles? No.
So is Dwayne Casey a top level coach?
I would honestly think that Casey's a better coach than Vogel, honestly.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that he got at least one coach of the year.
See, that's why you laughed, because you knew that was false yourself. See, this is why I like the show. This is why I really like the show. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Did you see the smile?
Dwayne Casey has an NBA championship.
Not as a head coach.
Yes, he does, with the Toronto Raptors.
No, he wasn't a coach. He was with the Pistons that year.
The coach? He wasn't the coach?
No. No. He got fired the year before that. He got coach of the year,
fired the year before that.
and then he got fired. And then they brought, I forgot who the guy's there now. And
you talking about the little, okay, yeah, right. You're right. Okay. So you're right. I was wrong. I stand corrected. Okay. So
we're gonna put that on the calendar.
Okay, so Frank Vogel has an NBA championship, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you're defined by what you produce on the floor, correct?
Yes, that's true.
So what's the problem?
At the end of the day, I still think it's stupid because I don't think he's the one for the blame. Of course, when you're the coach always gets the blame. That it goes with the territory. Coach, when you win, it's the players. The players did it, and when you lose, it's the coach's fault. It goes with the territory. As a former coach, that you accept that going into the door. If you're losing, it's always the coach's fault.
Okay.
But when you're winning, it's the players and everybody else.
Okay. So Phil Jackson had 10 championships. They donned him the Zen Master. Chuck Daly won 2. Pat Riley won what, 4? 3 or 4, something like that.
I think 5.
Okay, so 5. Okay, because he got 1 with Miami with the Heat.
With Miami, yeah.
Okay, so the dude that's coaching Miami now, he got 2. He got 2 with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Strokes. He got 2 with LeBron. Is Frank Vogel sitting at the table with them?
Yes, in terms of the fact that he won a championship. In terms of greatness, of great coaches elevating his players and making them better, you could take Vogel and Spoelstra and put them in and have them hold hands, and they pretty much on the same level, if you ask me, in terms of being able to elevate their players. I think that he's doing a great job now with the Miami Heat team that he has. Because did you see the other night when he pushed a Hero to the ball and said, "Go get the ball"? To me, that was one of the best things he's done as a coach in terms of, hey, we're gonna get this bucket right now and make sure that it happens. So I would say Spoelstra, Vogel. Of course, Spoelstra got 2, so you got to put him a little bit ahead of Vogel. But I would say in the beginning, I would have never hired Vogel to start with. They should have went ahead and paid what's his name, Tyronn Lue or Jason Kidd. Go ahead and give them 5 years and let it happen. All right, we got to go ahead and move on. We got to move it through. Thank you for going through the Stupid Sports with me. We have a new segment we're going to debut starting next week. It is the topic of the week, and how we're going to get that topic of the week is going to come from you, the fans. We're going to put up a poll of a couple of different sports topics, and whichever that topic is that is voted upon, gets the most votes, that's going to be the topic of the week, and we're going to lead the show with that because we want to make sure we are including those who are watching us and are supporting us and are taking an inventory in what we do. So we want to thank you as the fans out there, like Yolanda Miles, Howard Moore, who just joined us in the show. Thank you for coming in, guys. So remember, starting probably by Wednesday, it'll be up on the site. We're gonna go from Wednesday to Wednesday before the show, so I can make sure that the show copy is set up and we have everything pretty. And we send out the reminders to everybody to come watch the show. The topic of the week voted by the fans will be whatever, blah blah blah. So look out for that. And as we get to close the show, thank you guys. Thank you, Mr. Felix, once again for joining us. Next time we come back, the show is February 5th. And they will almost have all the ballots ready for the NBA All-Star game, and we will know who's playing in the Super Bowl. Super Bowl will be the 13th, but we don't know quite yet. Will it be still? They're gonna keep it in LA. They're gonna move it to Dallas. Either way, it's gonna be a great game. Hopefully, if they can do it, the Rams. Right now, how the Rams play at home, just like Tampa Bay played at home. Thank you guys for joining us. We do appreciate all sports world. Have a great weekend, everybody.